Welcome to the Texas Goat Radio Show. I'm your host, Pretorius. This is part 5 of the 1870 live stream, where Owen Benjamin is being his normal, usual, calm, cool, and collected, modest self while trying to help women in life.
I said, where the rainbow flag is obviously aimed at grooming children. If the sodomy pride flag was honest, it would just be a brown square with tears and a diaper. Kids like rainbows. That's why the sodomites have that as their symbol. They can't procreate naturally, so they have to groom the youth. Probably why Travis Kelce wants access to Taylor Swift fans. It doesn't make sense why a high-status male would want a 34-year-old with a higher body count than Joseph Stalin, who's always gone.
So he is in this moment, literally, in my opinion, slandering Travis Kelce by calling him a groomer and a PDF computer file. Oh my! Obviously, the way that the introduction to this video was heavy sarcasm. Sue him. Is there grounds for Travis Kelce to sue Owen Benjamin? I would think so, because I don't think just saying somebody's gay, you know what I mean, calling them a homosexual, I don't know if that's really slander, but accusing somebody of what he is accusing him of based on him dating Taylor Swift is something else. And that's one of the reasons why I think that I might be doing the same thing here, but I think there's far more evidence to say that Owen Benjamin is exactly what he's accusing 1,000 other people of being and doing. He accuses so many people with so little evidence, and oftentimes zero evidence, of being a PDF computer file, that it is almost impossible, in my opinion, to not think that he is that.
But Taylor Swift fans are young and dumb, and maybe that's it. For example, today in homeschool, my son Charlie and my son Walter were asked to paint a Norman Rockwell-inspired painting about their family. And so Charlie painted his mother making oatmeal, because he loves oatmeal, and there's a big rainbow over it, because little kids love rainbows. Charlie doesn't know what sodomy is. Walter doesn't know what sodomy is. They have no idea, because I protect them from the fucking wolves. Now, a Travis Kelce type character, and a lot of these guys are, I'm not saying he was, but a lot of them, if not all of them, were sexually molested as kids, or they were abandoned by their dad, thrown to the wolves, exploited, whatever the fuck it is. And so they have this childlike mentality that the rainbow of innocence is associated with disgusting sex. And it's not even sex. It's like barely sex. It's like trauma coming. Okay? And not on my fucking watch. And I don't care if 1 million brain-dead zombies say that I'm not funny, I'm mentally deranged, I'm secretly the gay one. Not on my watch. I know how these people do it. They attack your pride.
Not on my watch. Yeah. All these brain-dead zombies calling Owen Benjamin for what he is. Not on my watch.
What they think you have pride in, they attack your credibility. They flip it and say, oh, you're the gay one. Really? I just made fun of Pajeets for 2 weeks. Does that mean I'm an Indian who's shitting in the streets? And this shit works on stupid people. They're like, oh, want to know why sometimes gay men are homophobic? I was never sexually.
He knows that oftentimes whenever he's speaking, he knows what he's about to say. And because he does speak truth whenever he is, that's part of his spellcraft wizardry rhetoric type stuff to manipulate people. Telling the truth in such a way that it's still perverted or whatever. What he's about to say is he's going to describe himself, and he knows it, and that's why he just said, let's back it up, let's slow it down, see what he's going to say in his natural state.
Does that mean I'm an Indian who's shitting in the streets? And this shit works on stupid people. They're like, oh, want to know why sometimes gay men are homophobic? I was never sexually molested as a kid, and I don't have any issues with.
Why? What is that? Why? It's almost as though you're watching a child talk, and he's about to say something that's going to get him in trouble, and then he just gets super defensive. Like, what? Logically, how does that make any sense? What is going on with that? I think he is actually about to say some truth about himself, and that's why he just got so defensive. One more time.
And this shit works on stupid people. They're like, want to know why sometimes gay men are homophobic? I was never sexually molested as a kid, and I don't have any issues with sex with men at all. Like I've had issues with promiscuity, don't get me wrong, but I've never wanted to touch a guy's dick. It's just, I want a cookie. I want a cookie right now.
This is so bizarre, dude. That is honestly uncomfortable to watch. I mean, I don't.
But I've never had that issue. But a lot of guys that do.
We don't believe you, Owen. This has got the same kind of feeling as that one video where he was like, I swear to God, I've never even kissed a dude. He says it 40 times within 45 minutes. He says it so much that I really wanted to just turn it off. Like, if I would have been in a room and I was in a conversation with a dude and he was sincerely talking that way, I would have walked out of the room because it's so uncomfortable. Nobody cares. Just pass the salt, Bob. Like, what are you doing?
Hate gay men, and you know why? Because they were raped as kids, and then they grow up. I was just listening to this podcast today, and I'll show you a clip from it about one of the biggest crypto Ponzi schemes in history. And he talked about how he was sexually abused between.
Okay, so that whole, you want to know why gay men hate homosexuals? And then he gets very defensive around 28 minutes into the 1870 live stream, the one that happened yesterday, the 1st of February, I do believe.
7 and 10 by his stepbrother, and he thought his whole family knew and did nothing about it, and he vowed that day, fuck the world. And a lot of criminals start off their life of crime when they're sexually abused as kids, and it makes them confused. He thought he was gay. He hits puberty. He realizes he likes women. He said pussy cured it, which is kind of funny. But he's a fucked up guy, super promiscuous, loves strippers, loves hookers, thief, stealing, fuck the world, fuck everybody. That comes when young boys are molested. And he said, I beat the fuck out of a gay kid in high school.
Here's the situation. There's a little bit of truth to what he's saying, but just because that you were sexually assaulted as a child does not mean that you are set on a road for that. There's something very dangerous with the blanket statements that he's making right now. A lot of people have been sexually assaulted as a child. And to say that right there, I've got a very big problem with it. And that's one of the reasons why he is such a piece of human garbage. Like I said, there's a slight truth to it, but it's not as clean cut as that.
And that because they fucking hate those guys. One reason, and sometimes you will get people that are gay that hate gays. Okay? That is true.
Exhibit A, Owen Benjamin.
And because they fucking know they're predators. And they hate that they got bit by that vampire.
Exhibit A, Owen Benjamin. He knows that he's a predator. Just the other day, he's like, I am a predator, and I'll eat the sheep, or whatever he said. He's telling you who he is.
That's why they hate them. That's why you'll see quote-unquote homophobia come out of boys that were abused and later are battling with their feelings with sodomy and gayness, and they fucking hate gay people because they know what they do. They go after the vulnerable. They go after the youth. They go after the innocent. They try and convince young boys that that's good before a young boy is wired properly. And you can hijack someone's sexual development with exposure to that contact. And that's what I'm protecting. Oh, you're secretly gay. No, I'm not secretly gay at all. That's what a gay would say. No. That's what a shepherd would say is he sees wolves circling.
That's what a shepherd. Once again, he calls himself a shepherd. I hate using the word cringe, but it's so accurate. And there's a lot of people out there that thinks that this channel is cringe, and I tend to agree with you, man. I tend to agree with you. I feel as though I can be fairly self-aware. I mean, I've got 1,000 videos, and the majority of those are on the failed Hollywood comedian Owen Benjamin. But one thing that keeps me trucking is knowing that if Jim Jones was on the internet, I'd be doing the same thing to him.
Innocent little calves. And these motherfuckers are suspect. That guy is fucking suspect. He looks like a fucking AIDS poster. Look at him about to...
He looks like Tom Selleck. Those don't look like the same... Tom Selleck? Is that who I'm thinking of? The dude with the mustache?
The shit out of a football, and there he is with fucking earrings about to marry a 34-year-old lady with a fucking... who fucks tons of guys.
Oh, he's so gay. He's about to marry a chick. You're so gay, dude, for marrying that lady. That extremely wealthy, hardworking lady. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. I don't listen to her. So, I mean, Shake It Off, catchy. I'm not a snobby person whenever it comes to music. If I like it, I like it. Just like comedy. Sometimes I judge myself for the music that I like. Yeah. It's so child. You got a girlfriend? Gay? I can hear Shane Gillis saying that. He is actually a funny comedian.
Is always on the road. But what does she have? Money and access to the youth. That guy's fucking suspect. I can't prove he's a homo. But keep that shit away from your kids.
See, he's not even calling him a homo anymore. He's calling him a PDF computer fellow, a predator. A sexual deviant. He's not even honest with what he's saying. That's quite literally what he's saying. He's alluding to the fact that he is a predator of children.
Okay, moving on. And she is middle-aged. She is. And a lot of these women hate young women. That's why they latch on to like a Beyonce or a Taylor Swift or back.
He very well could have said, what's the life expectancy for a wealthy female? And to be more specific, white female. A wealthy white female, because different races are, they're prone to different diseases. So that's not racist. That's just... But if he wanted to be extremely accurate with that, but he doesn't because he manipulates truth in order to fulfill his narrative of pushing the perverted gospel of Owen Benjamin, I would guess, I'm not going to look it up, but I would guess it's probably around 90, the life expectancy of someone that is that wealthy. And really, that's pretty much the only thing that matters is the money that you have, to the ability to buy the best food and medical. Wow, my mind went blank. Medicine, doctors, stuff like that. Oh my, I think I may be the retarded one as well. I mean, I know that I am a little bit. Anyways,
the day with Cher as their queen because they don't want competition. You know, like an actual feminine woman that isn't running around chasing cocks and money on the road like a fucking freak is actual competition to them. Taylor Swift is not competition to them. That's why they're like, oh, queen. Oh, everyone's jealous of you, queen. No, they're not. Women are jealous of a 22-year-old, well-adjusted woman who wants to get married and have kids.
What is he talking about? There might be, like, obviously a little bit of truth to what he's talking about, but the blanket statement that most women, or all women, are not jealous of Taylor Swift, even a little bit. Jealousy is not a good thing to have. It's not at all. I found myself jealous of Owen the other day. Now, hear me out. I zoned out whenever I was doing one of these videos, and I was just staring out his window, and it kind of, I can't really tell right now, but there was snow on the ground, and I know that it's cold, and I love that type of weather. And I was like, dang, that'd be so, I'd enjoy that. Kind of jealous of him living up north like that. But yeah, jealousy's not a good thing to have. Anyways, let's see. Yeah, this is the Texas Goat Radio Show, and I'm your host, Matorius. As always, till next time.